Another day, another scene of which we see what exactly transpired in the past. I wonder what will happen in today's handful of history and Astrea right. And the dark period of Aurora, I wonder what'll happen next. Especially with that male god called Aaron. I wonder what'll happen next. But I don't know. That is what I'm going. That is what we're going to learn. That's what we're going. That's what we're going to learn in this episode. In this episode of the journey that I求めるのは間違っていますきだ。Memoria Freese Y3, episode 783. Which, yeah. Anyway, still kind of iffy with the song, but I kind of got it better than last time, but kind of didn't. But that's besides the point. The point is, folks, welcome back to another episode of Dungeon de Motomeru no Mashigatiru Deru. No. That's not what this episode is. Welcome back to Astrea Record. Not Dungeon de Moto. No, get the fuck out of here. No. We're not. No. That's completely different. No, but in all seriousness, yeah, welcome back to an episode of Dungeon de Motomeru no Mashigatiru To Memoria Freese Y3 and Y3. I said episode, you know what the number is. I got the episode number wrong last time somehow. I thought that the episode prior to yesterday's was 782, and so I called it 783 last episode, but I went back and checked the numbers, and it was 782. So changed that. Obviously added to playlist. Did the thumbnail, all that kind of stuff. Not that I really have to do much with a thumbnail, really. But yeah, speaking of the thumbnails, just a real quick update on those. I haven't done much. I mean, in fact, I haven't really done any. As of right now, just because a lot of other things came up now. That I'm trying to tackle. So yeah, and those things being my laziness, but not really. It's just that I'm trying to. I'm just trying to do stuff. I'm trying to. I want to do this, but I have other things that I'm doing now that just like popped out. So yeah. Plus, I'm a little tired some days, so I can't really do much. Anyway, but I do have a half of the 74, 67 unpolished thumbnails, like I said a few episodes back, so at least that's something. But yeah, with that out of the way, with talking about that out of the way, I want to just quickly talk about, everything else that I should, just get out of the way before we do anything. So last night I watched fireworks, like I mentioned I would, and I really liked fireworks. I was really amazed by the heavenly wings and the storm bolts and the awakening spirits and the aerial glints in that movie, man. It was pretty crazy. No, but yeah, I really liked it. I highly suggest you should watch it if I guess if you like if you liked A Whisker Away, if you watched that, if you watched Weathering with You, I'm not sure if this also fits, but Your Name, I mean, I haven't watched Your Name, but if you watched any of those that I just mentioned, then you're gonna love Fireworks. Fireworks is so good. It's, I wouldn't say it's as good as A Whisker Away. I wouldn't say it's as good as Weathering with You, but it is good in its own right. It's definitely in its own category of greatness. And you know, deserves props. So I really liked it. It was good. I cried. But just from one ear, not from one ear, from one eye, which is kind of weird because I usually when you cry, it's through both of your eyes, but I only cried through my left eye, so take that for what you want. Well, to me it's my left eye, but for y'all probably, if you saw me, it's my left. So, well, my right. No, your left. I don't know. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, it was good. It was good. It was fun, and suggest you watch it because I went into that movie and I'm like, yes, Fireworks. I thought I had a basic idea. Like, I didn't read anything. I just saw like the thumbnail thing, or like the title card thing, and I'm like, yes. This is going to be about two high schoolers / middle schoolers. I still don't know if they're high schoolers or middle schoolers. It's gonna be about it's gonna be about a boy and a girl, and they're gonna fall in love because they go to a fireworks display or like a fireworks festival or something at the end of summer. And no. yeah, no. just gonna say, the title is correct. I'm not saying that the movie Fireworks does not showcase fireworks, but all I'm saying is that fireworks are probably the, I don't. You're gonna have to watch for yourself. It's on Netflix if you want to watch it. I'm not sure if it's on anything else, but you can try to find it if you want. So yeah, I watched it. I loved it. Like I said, I cried. And I questioned my life again. So, fun times. Let's see. And tonight, I'm probably gonna watch, like I said in yesterday's video, or last night's video, really. I'm gonna watch A Silent Voice and then Mariah the Future. I feel like I should add Wolf Children in there, so I might actually watch Wolf Children first. I also forgot to mention some other movies that I actually want to watch that I didn't put on the list, like Promare, and, is it BNA, right? Is it BNA? So I want to watch a couple of those, maybe after A Silent Voice, because I know that, like, I feel like A Silent Voice, like I said, Silent Voice, Mariah the Future are going to be very, are going to be really, like, sad, and I'm scared for that, but it also may not be. And so I kind of want to get all the lovey-dovey, drama-y, school-typey stuff, done first, because I know that Promare is, I think Promare is not like that, or Promane, I don't know what it is. I know it's not like that, and neither is BNA, so yeah, there's some other movies, like The Something of the Woods, which has, like, a title card that is the same title card, is the same thumbnail of, like a lo-fi, while rain is falling type video here on YouTube, which I think is interesting to see. So, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that I want to see, there's a lot of movies that I want to watch, before I watch any other movies, and, before I even have dinner, today, I'm gonna watch a new series, and well, I'm gonna start and hopefully finish a new series called Recorder and Ranzel. I know that I mentioned this last episode. I talked about Recorder and Ranzel. I said it was like 39 episodes, and each of them were 3 minutes, and I kind of calculated that whole thing up, and that equates to about like 117 minutes, which you know, time-wise is an hour and 57 minutes, I think. And so I'm gonna be watching that. Like I said, maybe the whole thing, maybe not the whole thing. I might just watch like an hour and 10 of the hour and 57. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna be good. Again, it's short, so that's what makes it good. For me at least. So it doesn't feel like I'm watching a lot, if that makes sense. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, for a second. Sorry, I just blanked out for a second because I was doing recalculations in my head, and I'm like, wait, but 3 times 39, that's not, but then I remembered. Never mind. Spaced out for a second, folks. Just how it goes. No, but yeah, I'm gonna be watching that. It's gonna be fun, hopefully. It definitely means that, you know, one more anime added to the playlist, or not to the playlist, but to the anime that I've watched this month, which is surprisingly going up higher and quicker than I expected. I mean, at this rate, if I keep on finding short anime, like, you know, 3-minute episodes type anime, like the Ray Zero shorts and, you know, Ray Zero short season 2, which I haven't watched yet, and of course, like, Recorder and Ranzel, which I'm going to watch today, and then I just watch a new anime movie every night. Then, you know, I'm basically starting and finishing 2 anime every day, which is kind of crazy. But yeah. I mean, it's great because I actually do think I have some of the sports anime that I mentioned that I have on my to watch list, like anime to watch list. I think like 2 of those are short, or like not short, but are short in the sense of, you know, 3 minutes long of episodes. So yeah, I gotta look into that again. But yeah, until I do all that, let's actually just get into Astrea Record, folks, because it's about time to learn who the hell Aaron is. So, if I remember correctly, for this entire event, we're using the Astrea Record team. Right? Great. Okay. Boy, I thought someone was gonna kill me when I got grabbed from behind all of a sudden. I almost forgot that I had to voice all these people. Are you okay, my lord? Are you hurt? I'm fine, pretty girl. Thank you for getting my wallet back. That was your wallet? Okay. I'm Ellen. New girls are. As for you, I overheard you're from Ganesha Familia. I'm Elise Lovell, the captain of Astrea Familia. Please call me Leon. I'm also from Astrea Familia. Astrea Familia? Familia of the goddess of justice, huh? I see. So you're all apostles of justice. This is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. What are you talking about, sir? About being saved by you guys. It's simply fantastic. Very fantastic. What's fantastic is that you're all in search of justice, not just a charity activity. It's touching. And you, Elf, you're interesting. Me, sir? You're fastidious and virtuous, yet you're searching for answers like a baby chick. You want to find what is right from your heart. That's why I'm curious to know how you'll grow up, how you'll be inspired by things around you, and discover the answers you're looking for. Okay. He's neither trying to insult me, be hostile, or look down on me. However, something about him makes me feel uncomfortable. Why? I don't like the way you said it. Stay away from him, Leon. This god's just gonna start leering at you with dirty thoughts. Oh, please don't! It really hurts my feelings when people think I'm the same as those scummy gods. Yeah, that's the kind of thing gods like you'd likely say. Wow, man, you just put a hole in my heart with a piercing smile. You look like an ordinary boyish girl, but you're a bit off, aren't you? Speaking of which, look at the time. I'd love to stay longer, but I have to go. I have a business to attend. Alright. Will you be fine on your own if you need someone to accompany you? That'd be too much to ask. Well, see you. That's interesting. The guild put out a warning that gods shouldn't be wandering on their own, but the town's filled with free-spirited gods. It's a headache. We all know that gods are like that, but that one was a sketchy god. That was one sketchy god. Oh, true. He reminded me of Hermes a bit. Oh, by the way, Leon. Oh, wow, okay, so y'all know Hermes. So Hermes obviously is still a thing around here, but still. A branch of the sacred tree in your hometown is being sold in Orario. One of the arrested merchants talked, but it can't be located. Is that true? Yep, it seems the Evilus is importing lots of items outside the town into Orario. Not just your place, he's destroying the home of the elves? He's so unlawfully collecting items and doing business here in Orario. An absolutely legal... Okay, hold on. I need to breathe with all this reading. It's not easy, folks. It's been 3 days. Hold on. I seriously forgot that I have to do voices for these people. Oh, okay, let's talk about Ellen real quick. Okay, so it's obviously not Ellen because it's Erin. But just like, because the two L's aren't really L's, it's just, it's like, it's Erin, whatever. It's like Beru, but it's not it's not Belru, it's Beru. I don't know. Anyway, my point is, they brought up Hermes. That's interesting. That's cool. He reminds me of Hermes too. My question is, are they related? Related question mark? And also he thought that Ryu is interesting? I mean, I don't blame him. But oh man, a lot of information just unpacked in front of our eyes. Okay. Sorry. And also, Ryu's hometown is being sold, attacked, burned. Evilus, calm the fuck down. Okay. Oh, okay. Whew. Astrea Record just absolutely destroying me right now. Okay. So, what were the voices? I need to do samples of what these voices sound like so I don't forget them. Okay. Whew. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is the center of the world here. Tons of goods are being traded and the place is filled with merchants. Business is hard to keep track. It's just hard to simply shut down the whole market, although I heard there's a storage where trade items are kept temporarily. Either way, I'm sorry to hear that the branch of your hometown is still somewhere out there. It's fine. I've cut ties with my hometown forest. What happens to my allies in my hometown will not affect my feelings. Damn. You're not convincing enough. Your face tells how emotional you are right now. Don't worry, Leon. I'll capture Evilus and get back what they've taken. It's important to save those in trouble, including strangers. But it's nicest to make the people closest to you smile. See you later. Aw. Arde. I said I really don't, and now she's gone. Let Arde what she's doing. And be happy about it, okay? There's nothing wrong with wanting to make someone smile. There really isn't. Okay. Well, let's start patrolling again. One day we'll make sure the peace... the city... Hey, it's Lyra. Elise. Lyra? Are you done patrolling your area? Yep, I've moved on. We have a new issue to deal with. Something's fishy, so keep your guards up. Oh? And whose instruction was that? Who do you think? It was from my beloved Braver, of course. Aw, man! Did she just say beloved Braver? Beloved? Did I just hear... Did I just hear the B word? Did the B name just drop? Did the B man just get name dropped? Blade Saw. It's not Blade Saw. It's not Hero's Diary. It's not Full Throttle. Not Arrow Glint, because Blade Saw is the only one that starts with B. It's Braver, if y'all don't know who Braver is. Which I'm pretty sure you do. I really don't have any other way to say it, except that Ryu and Photo are at level 7. Finn, beloved, Lyra's... What? Okay. Okay. Let's just move on here, folks. Let's just move on here, folks. I'm trying to get normal... I'm trying to get a balanced voice between everyone. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have Lyra down and Arde down. Like, Arde for me is, like, very, very, like, soft. And then Lyra's kind of like, hey, like, really rough kind of thing. But I don't have anything really down for Ryu that much. And Elise, so I need to... I need to practice here, folks. It's complicated. Voice acting is not my strong suit, folks. Okay, well, Aaron is complete. Oh, man. Seen that emblem here, folks. Order, Dilemma, Chaos, Sadistic. Oh, what a name. Let's not question it and get into it. Captain, I've contacted Ganesha Familia as usual. I wrote down the details of the things we've discussed. Raoul is still alive? How young do you look? Because you're immortal, man. Oh my god! It's my boys! It's my homies! Oh my god, they look so different. Kind of, not really. Well, their attire looks different. Wow. Garrett looks a lot cooler, man. Finn looks fancier. And Reveria looks surprisingly less fancier. Or no. No, everybody looks fancier. What the frick, dude? Dude, they all look so young even though they're like 100,000 years old. Even though they're probably not. And it looks like the same. No problem. Now, Nor and I will go patrolling again. Nor? Oh, how old are you now? Huh? I'm 14. Wait a minute. Wait, so you're telling me that Raoul... Wait, you're telling me that Raoul now is... This is 7 years ago... He's 21 now? Right? So you're telling me that 7 years ago, Raoul is the same age as Belle? Wow, okay. That's really interesting. Huh. Okay. Okay, I'll be back, sir. Also, who's Noir? Finn. Why'd you ask Raoul his age? It's not like I had a specific reason to do so. Guess I just needed a reality check. Huh. People pass away too easily. And this ungoverned land is filled with screams and despair. We even need to depend on children's help. We can't have this turned into the norm. Yet, just like Aki, we're not making Raoul fight in the front. It should be fine. I'm sure some of the members of Astrea Familia is the same age as Raoul, too, Riveria. Also, Aki? Aki's not fighting on the front lines? Those girls are different. They all possess significant combat skills and solid faith. They will lead the way to a brighter future. Right. Those girls are the light of hope. It's not like we have plenty of adventurers and supporters to choose from in Arario these days. Raoul himself came to Arario to become an adventurer too, although he was freaking out when he first got here. Really? Huh. Okay. Interesting. Speaking of which, Finn, you're a similar age when you and Loki first created this familia, right? Age doesn't matter for fighters. Things were different back then, Gareth. But you're right. For now, we should learn from the dwarves and not focus on the concept of mercy. Now, regarding the regular meeting with Ganesha Familia. It seems they've been working closely with Shakti these days, sharing intel. What could they be up to? It's true that the city is filled with people suffering, yet things have gotten way better than it was in the early Dark Era. We're in a better position right now, as we kept eliminating the evil forces of Evilus. The threat isn't obvious at the moment. Yet I'm concerned about what our enemies are up to. They still seem to be randomly attacking different parts of the city. They're making it obvious that they're up to no good. It's as if they're assuming we'd suspect them. Is this Valida's way of doing this? Probably. Either she thinks we won't be able to find out the truth, or she wouldn't mind if we did. According to Shakti, an ignition system of the magic stone was lost from the factory that got attacked. Why would anyone want to steal that? It can't even be used to formulate a magic item. Huh. Have we found out about the dark market? I'm not being personal here, but I'm concerned that the branch of the sacred tree is being traded. I'm not sure if this is related, but there's probably something sketchy going on outside Arario. Probably there are organizations working with Evilus. So what now? In case you haven't noticed, it'd be impossible for us to settle everything. Hermes Familia will take care of the investigations outside of the city. For us. Oh, hey Loki! Sorry for interrupting, guys. But it seems there's another adventurer hunting going on in the dungeon. Again? Jeez, these guys love torturing others in the surface and in the dungeon. Finn, shall we get headed? That won't be necessary. I was expecting this to happen sooner or later, so I've asked the girls to take care of it. Ah. The girls as in Astrea Familia girls? Or... Wah! Or as in other girls? It's Evilus! Adventure hunting? Damn it. Can't we even be permitted to go dungeon exploring? Run! Ah, so you decided to run away, leaving the bones of your allies behind. Are you sure about it? What is happening? Who are you? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna faint, I'm gonna fall asleep. What the fuck? What? We have not seen this name in a long time. We have not seen you in quite the while, Mr. V. We have not seen you in quite the while, Mr. V. Okay, wow, what was even your voice? Okay. No one's expecting you to be a hero, but you should fight in order to not disgrace the name of an adventurer. Or else entertain me by hosting a bloodshed banquet while I indulge in despair. Dream on, idiot. Huh? Finn was right about it. He's absolutely insane. I really don't mind marrying that braver of the clan. It's impossible. You're just an annoying little pal. There's a difference between dream and reality. And most importantly, shut up. I mean, he actually does want that song. And who might you all be? We're a hero of justice, and we punish those engaged in crimes. Justice? The Astrea familia. Right. Those weirdly intelligent fools with lame faith and hopes. Don't you worry. If we are fools, you guys are trash. I'm gonna split you on you and squash you under my foot. Haha. You sound too rude and merciless to be a hero of justice. Interesting. So, why adventure hunting? Are you in need of cash or magic stones? Why, you ask? It's a hard one to answer. I mean, do we need a reason to stare at something pretty? What? One wants to spread my arms and breathe under the blue sky and cherish the colorful flowers blooming across the field. My desires are no different from that. All I'm asking for is to see this imperfect world beautifully painted in red. You're a broken man. A broken man? Oh, yes. The name resonates in my corrupted heart. Yes. It's a title I'm worthy of. Yep, you deserve to be in prison until the last day you breathe. It's been decided, absolutely. Oh, please, mercy. Well, looks like you've got no option. Dude, are we actually fighting Vitox? Are we actually fighting the enemy? Are we actually fighting? Hold on. Are we actually fighting an enemy that we haven't seen since... Now, you can correct me. By the way, Ryu and frickin' Photo are at level 8. You can correct me. Are you telling me that we're fighting, that we just met an enemy or a villain that we haven't seen since episode 200? Or, like, are you... We haven't seen this guy since... What was the last time? We haven't seen Vitox since... Oh my god. Since December of 2018. It's been more than a year since we've seen this man. Are you kidding me? I'm actually going to cry. Dude! Oh my god, I'm actually gonna cry. I'm so overwhelmed. What the frick, dude? What the frick, dude? Hold on. Hold on. I need a minute. When did this go on? Hold on. Let's go all the way back. Hold the phone. I am going to cry. What? Where's this? Technorario. Winter Magic Miracle. Oh my god. I mean, it doesn't say the year, but... Are you kidding kidding me? Dude, it's been such a long time. I've talked about VTOX like 150 times. Oh man, I would love to see him in an event. Like, and now he's here. Also, I'm kind of scared about this level. Because it says Promise of Bygone Days, and it shows the remaining... It shows the weapons in the ground. It shows the burial place, or like not the burial place, but it shows, yeah, the burial place of Ryu's friends on the 18th floor. I don't like this. I'm scared. What's going to happen? But also VTOX question mark? I see. You're strong. The rumors about Astrea family are true. Whatever I can tell you, you're not just an underling, as you're able to battle with Elise and Kaguya and still stand on your own 2 feet. Are you one of the higher-ups of Evilus? But we haven't heard anything about someone like you. Unfortunately, it seems there's nothing special about me appearance-wise. My allies even call me... By the way, the ones I had business with had been dealt with. Huh? Elise! Lyra! Kaguya! Oh? Are they your friends? I see. Reinforcements are the last things I want right now. Lord VTOX, we shall return. Our mission is... I'm aware of that. Well then, heroic ladies of justice, until we meet again. Stop! Wait, Captain, he's trying to lure us into one of his stupid traps. We can't let him. Are you 3 fine? We're unharmed, but it's a shame. We let go of the higher-ups of our enemy. How'd it go at your side? I told the adventurers who managed to escape to stay in Livera, but unfortunately for those who got attacked first... If only we got here sooner. Stop right there, you idiot. Are you trying to be a hero or something? It's just impossible for us to save everyone at this rate. Take it back, Kaguya. Impossible or not, justice won't allow us to give up on hope without trying. Alright. Shut up. Just shut up. It's nice that you two are great friends, but this isn't the best time for an argument. Do something, Captain. Let's bring the bodies out of this place and return them. And then we take a detour. I know just the place. I love how beautiful this place always is. It's been a while since we last stepped a foot on the 18th floor. Doubles the thrill since we're tired and all, eh? Forest of Crystals, where the sun shines through the leaves. It's our little place we found when we were exploring the 18th floor. Huh. Well now, Leon, Kaguya, take a deep breath. Allow yourself to indulge in calmness. Facing reality and having a strong faith isn't a bad thing, but sometimes we've got to relax. In the name of Captain and this view, I shall give in and do as you say. What's that supposed to mean? Jeez. There's nothing but trouble in the dungeon, but 18th floor is an exception. I'd build a house here if there were no monsters. It's actually a good idea, great idea. This place is truly a paradise. Hey, if I die, will someone bury me here? I was just building a grave instead of a house, huh? Then I guess we won't have to worry about monsters. I'm down. Lyra, Nyan, Rihanna, and Maru, you're all being ridiculous. Don't take it seriously, Leon. We're only half joking. We're adventurers, after all. We face the risk of losing our lives all the time. That's very true, but you immature baby elf. Are you too scared to die? Absolutely not. However, even if I was... Just be prepared for your own sake, Leon. Dungeon Evilus, or whatever reason there is, we will all die one day. Yep. And the point is that I'd like to pick the place to die if I had to. Please, Leon. Should loosen up a little. Yet, I still feel we shouldn't be discussing things like this. I'd not want to think about the day I die just yet. I'd like to do whatever it takes to avoid such a fate and protect what I have now. Is that your belief, Leon? Indeed. I'd like to be standing here with my dear comrades. Does that sound weird to you? What's with that smile, Lyra? Nothing. It's not like I'm thrilled about how cheesy you just sounded. Dear God, it's hard to find someone or even in a half-elf as stubborn as you. Your mind is stone hard and it's helpless. What do you mean by that, Kaguya? Are you making fun of me? I know you are, aren't you? Haha. That was just supposed to be a compliment coming from Lyra and Kaguya. They admire your belief in justice. Didn't sound like it, though. Yeah, it really didn't. Promise me you won't change, Leon. I want you to always be yourself. Elise? Or Elise? Well then, I think we've spent enough time taking a break. Let's go back to the surface. Tomorrow's going to be another good day. I guess it is. Eight days until the great feud. Yep, things are counting down. I love when it counts down. Oh, scene. A complete defeat, huh? They're a bunch of evils from different groups, but the guards of Class 2 adventurers are all wiped out before I arrived. Hello. This isn't the way Evilus used to behave. Plus, the same thing has been happening in a row. Could it be one person doing all this? Or it's simple-minded brute like you doing all this? What? Why am I getting a... No, it's not... Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't... Why does this have to be like this? I think... Okay, sorry about that. There's no technique involved. Someone is just using brutal power, knocking down everyone they see to make way. I haven't heard anyone talking about a barbarian like you joining the crappy evil force. Well, there might be a new member. Oh, there is a new member. I'm really off my rocker today, folks. I'm not catching everything. I kind of feel bad because I feel like last episode my voice acting was like, it worked. Today it's just not working. It's not working. I'm stressed about how fast the lines are going and this and that. I might... I think I just gotta breathe. Alright, damn, okay. So, Evilus got a new member. Vitox is here. That's kind of insane. Again, we haven't seen him in a long time. 8 days till the great feud, and they talked about being buried on the 18th floor. Now, that's really cool. That's really cool that they talked about that. Because I'm sure what ends up happening is that's that's probably what Ryu is going to have to end up doing. She's probably going to have to end up burying all of them. I don't know if Arde is going to be one of them, but, all of her comrades probably, she's going to have to end up burying all of them there. Fulfilling their wish. At least that's what I think. So, yeah, but besides that, I'm kind of unsatisfied with myself, with, me trying to, at least be consistent with some of the voices, and I said I was good with Lyra, and then I mess up Lyra, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good with Kaguya, lost Kaguya, so, I just need to breathe. I just need to, let me get comfortable, even more comfortable than I was. Let's just, let's get back into it, folks. So who are you? What are you doing? Observing. I'm observing the view that looks pretty. Much like the view in my memory. It's called nostalgia. I'm sorry, but who are you? Welcome back to another episode of Dungeon no Nanako, where all the comebacks are here. First V-Talks. Now my boy Olivius? I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, really, because we know that all of these folk arenas are from Evilus. But still, to just see them in one event is, insanity to me. Because we saw Olivius in Sword of Rotoria, and we saw V-Tox in Winter Magic Miracle, but, seeing them here together is, what? They were all a part of a one thing once? It's... Dude, it's all coming together, man. It's insane. Olivius. I'm a believer of chaos, and one of the higher-ups of Evilus. So, Olivius and V-Tox are higher-ups. Gotcha. Are both higher-ups, I mean. Which means, I'm your ally. That's why I'd like to ask, my friend, why did you not kill those adventurers? Oh, Class 2 adventurers are a threat, but with your power, you could have easily taken them down. And yet you didn't. Why? Have you eaten ants before? Huh? Have you eaten spiders, bees, scorpions? Have you ever eaten monsters to keep yourself alive or quenched your thirst with their ashes? Where are you getting at? I have. With different kinds of reasons, I've tried eating everything one can think of. Except for my allies. Huh. To me, killing is like eating. One has to eat to survive. One eats to live. No matter how you do it, it's the same. It's either you shower yourself with blood or you suck them. What are you implying? I'm here, breathing today, because I've been eating, and I believe I have the right to choose what to eat. I can tell you're pricky with food. You only eat children or women, and not beasts. You've only had small worms like yourself. If you know how to eat worms, then you eat the worms, but you want to feed me with it. It's gotta be a bunch. Worms are disgusting. It makes me sick and depressed. Thinking about it becoming my blood and flesh makes me want to tear my throat apart. Worms, huh? A mighty level 3 adventurer is just an insect to you? Huh? Fine, we'll take care of the pests. But when it becomes a war, I'll be expecting you to unleash those powers of yours. Huh. A land where 1,000 years of history had to be ended. We'll see if I'd be able to deal with such despair or not. Huh. Interesting to see. I don't think we've seen you before, man. You look very not known to me. A hole In a wall made of amantadite? Yes. King from Freya Familia discovered it. According to him, apparently there's a very experienced member in Evilus. I don't want to pause every 50 freaking seconds so you see a new person. But I kind of want to. Also, I didn't pause when I was talking about Otaro, when we saw Otaro and Alan, because that was just already going on. But that's crazy that a lot of people look different, but they don't look different at the same time. And I mean, 7 years, a lot can happen in 7 years, and Otaro looks the same. Alan looks different. Astrea definitely looks different. Hermes, of course, I'm not surprised. I mean, he looks the same. Also, Loki looked the same, but still, we're meeting a lot of characters here. That's something I didn't exactly want to hear from the strongest of Arario. I do not want to imagine how strong this one is. Also, Astrea Familia made a contact with who seemed to be one of the higher-ups of Evilus on the 18th floor, although he couldn't be captured. Hi, Astrea, the promising newcomer of the future leader as competitive as Loki and Freya. You're making friends. Not exactly. It's just that we have something in common, which is the situation where we're surrounded by bad listeners. Right. You and that unsmiley elf are both serious all the time. As your god, perhaps I should find a day to go and say hi to her. I'd finally earned her trust. I wouldn't want you to do anything that affects that in a bad way. Just like their beautiful goddess, she's pure and dignified. Hey! I'm sorry for running late. Oh, you better be. Astrea, since when did you become worthy of being able to be fashionably late for a gathering, huh? Loki is proactively disgracing herself like a new trend. So is Astrea. Are you late because you were taking care of children? Yep. I was at the orphanage, and then I had to help a shop-run business in the market. The children and I prepared soup. Aw, that's cool. Justice, huh? It's nothing more than just a self-satisfaction. You just don't have enough self-awareness as a goddess. I'm doing what I'm doing is nothing more than you getting drunk, having your favorite drink. It's like a hobby to me. Besides, the girls are fighting for the city. It'd be a shame if I were to sit back and not do anything. Yeah. That innocent look on your face is what annoys me. You're as annoying as Artemis, but she's better for being stronger. Hey, you mentioned Artemis! We're almighty, and we can't treat things on the surface with perfect equality. Justice is an ego, and I do not like it. What's wrong with that? I like how there are meaningless things on the surface. Perhaps I should do what Astrea is doing one day. Damn it, you're telling me this hypocrite and the lewd goddess is popular among the children, eh? The surface world is doomed. You're right, Loki. By the way, was it really a good idea for me to join this tea party? Unlike you all, my familia lacks in power. We're just here to chat and share information. Probably we know much more than those foolish gods since we've been patrolling around. As for me, I'd personally like you. Your children are gorgeous too. I have them on my familia if they weren't yours. There it is again, that bad habit of yours. I'm telling you, one day we'll have a war with Ishtars, you frickin' people collector. I'd take that as a compliment, Freya. So, what about Ganesha? Since he especially encourages his children to go on patrol, shouldn't he be here to join this discussion? He wasn't invited because he's noisy. Oh. I am Ganesha! Yes! 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 Okay, I feel like I'm doing okay with the voices now that I'm in this level. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling happier. I mean, I kind of really did bad with Hermes, but I'm doing good. But I think I nailed the Ganesha one right there. He's not annoying at all, you three. I don't know what you're talking about. Ganesha's fantasy, this will cheer up the children. This is how he does. I can imagine. Hold on. Blade Saw, Strike of Hero, Arrow Gland, and Full Throttle. Just imagine the only thing that Ganesha does, I mean, besides, like, you know, leading his familia and this and that, the only thing he does is just go around the town to just random citizens, random people, and just say, I am Ganesha! That's so funny. This is very comedic. I really have to provide, I'm really gonna have to record samples for myself for what these voices are gonna sound like. So, yeah, I have to do that. I have to practice these voices. Because this is gonna be a long event, and I'm gonna have to do so much more voice acting than I'm doing. Okay, Ryu and Photo are at level 9. Good for you two. We're gonna continue discussions? Yeah. I'm going to do a one-shot performance! I am Ganesha! God, how annoying. But somehow it cheers me up. Oh, thank you, Lord Ganesha. And very popular with the ladies, that's Ganesha! Jeez, it's resonating in my ear, but it makes me forget about the things I've been worrying about. Thank you, Lord Ganesha. Oh my god, it's actually working. I am Ganesha! He's truly noisy and annoying, but I feel energy in my body again. You just made my day as always, Lord Ganesha. That really is how it works. Sis, shall we stop him or not? Don't ask me. I don't want anything to do with it. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Oh, there's a boss to clear next. City Crowd 2, and it's Hermes Family Emblem. I also like how we're seeing all the emblems now. Like, where this one, like, we've obviously seen Loki Familia Emblem before, but, like, now we're seeing a lot more, like, Ganesha Emblem, and, you know, Hermes Emblem, so it's really, really cool, and of course Ganesha, and then Hermes Emblem. Hey, why can't we go here? Oh, probably because we have to proceed the other way. Hold on. No, wait, no. Not this. Hold on. Not this. How is it that we did things again? Yeah, we just go... There you go. So now we can get here. So yeah, we'll we'll continue this next episode. But so far, again, this event is insane. It's really interesting. I just want to say this really quickly, again, because I know that I talked about it, and I know that you're still probably thinking about it, I don't know, but I really want to get these voices down. I want to nail these voices, because this is a huge event. This is a major, this is a major part, or a major event, and a major story, and major just everything, for, like, the entire series. So I want to nail these voices down. I don't want to mess up. I mean, I'm going to mess up, but I want to have a good idea for what all these voices are going to be. I think the other reason I was, like, a little iffy today is because, I mean, I didn't wake up iffy. It's just, like, I don't know. I'm not as, I don't know. I'm not iffy. I'm just... I just have a... I don't know. I was just too nervous. I don't know. It was wacky. On the voice acting. But that's besides the point. This is a crazy episode. We got to see so many new characters, too many to name, but, obviously, I can try to remember all the new people that we saw here. Well, firstly, Finn, Riveria, Gareth, 3 of them. They look the same, but, obviously their garments are, very, very not the same as they are now. They obviously look a lot different, and they kind of look a lot, to me they look a lot more fancier than they are now. And then as for Loki, obviously Loki seems the same, but still fun as always, as we saw in that last level. Raul is 14, which is insane to me, because that means he's 21 now in current times. And what else can I think of here? What else can I think of here? He's 14. They mentioned something about Aki not being on the front lines, which I think is interesting, because, she eventually is sort of in the front lines of things of sorts, I guess. Not in the front lines, but, fights along with them. Fights along with Loki Familia. Because she is in Loki. My point is that that's interesting. Let's see. Everyone really just talks about Astrea Familia a lot. Obviously, I could see why. They're one of the 3 familias that we've seen that are just patrolling around, or one of the 4 familias that are just patrolling around, like, Ganesha and Freya and Loki, and so it's interesting to see how popular they were back then, and all that, and that's really interesting to me, because obviously you see nowadays in present day Arario that Loki Familia or Freya Familia are like the higher ups of the higher familias, and that it's there's no Astrea, because Astrea is not here, is not there. So it's really interesting to see that there was a third lovable, or a third like higher uppy type familia there, and they just fell somehow in some way. So it's gonna be interesting. I feel like I definitely need to get in the mood for this again. I need to get into the mood of this event again. I think that was what was whacking me up a bit. And that's why I felt a little iffy with the voice acting this episode. It was just because I just woke up, basically. I didn't have a really good sleep. I wasn't really, like, watching anything, like, bombastic or comedic or anything earlier, so I think what I need to do is that before I record Astrea Record, I need to sort of listen to the opening for Astrea Record. I need to get into it, need to practice the voices, need to probably rewatch the first episode a little bit with how I did the voices, write down, the little intonations and whatnot, and yeah, and then sort of just go along with it. So yeah, anyway, besides that, besides seeing Loki Familia, and, besides seeing Loki Familia, we saw Hermes. Well, we saw a mention of Hermes, and then we saw Hermes Familia. We got to see Eren, or Ellen, which, again, very interesting character to me, or very interesting god to me. He thought Ryu was interesting, so that's interesting. And like they said, he looks shady, so I wonder if we're seeing him later. Maybe he's maybe he's a commander or like an undercover person of Evilus. I don't know. Though it's probably best we don't think about it too much, in case, you know, we get it right. Maybe. Besides that, Svi looks real young. I don't know how old she currently is in present day Arario, but she definitely looks younger than she is now in the show. If I had to take a guess, how old she looks to me, at least in this event, I'd say maybe 16. And that's just me being that's just me, you know. I'd either say 16 or I'd either say 16 or 17. I was gonna say 19, but I don't know. She just looks younger, a lot younger than she looks now. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. Obviously, Elise, Lyra, Kaguya, you know, all of them talked about how they wanted to be buried here, to be buried on the 18th floor at this certain spot. No, because it was really calm, really relaxing and whatnot. So I thought that was really interesting because that's going to happen, I think. I can only assume that that's going to happen. We got to see Otaro and Alan. Alan looks a little different to me. Obviously, you know, Familia, garments change over the years, but Otaro looks different. Otaro looks the same. Nothing's really changed with his appearance, which I like. But I also kind of find it really weird that Otaro's actually working with other people in the Familia. I know that may sound weird coming from me, but it's just I don't recall any time, except maybe in Arrow of the Orient, that he ever really helped anyone. I've always seen Otaro as a solo adventurer, and so seeing him with Alan was really interesting to me, because we usually only see him with Freya, and again, besides that, he's just by himself. So I think that's really interesting to have seen that. Though I say that, and he was also at that casino in that one event. So yeah, or Secret Game, not that one event. But that's not with other adventurers. That's just with other people, and for most of the time, he was just with Freya. So interesting stuff. Besides that, like I said, we saw Hermes. Hermes was cool. Another thing with the voices, especially with Hermes, I wasn't really catching on. I wasn't really catching on to the reactions, and all that, and to their facial expressions. So it's when Hermes was joking, I would sound serious. Because a lot of the stuff that's here is serious, but it's also not serious. I feel like the best voice acting that I did in this episode for these characters, for all the characters overall, is when I did Vitox, Olivius, which I'll talk about soon, Mysterious Guy with Olivius, and Astrea, Freya, Loki, and I think that's it. And Ganesha. I still think I'm good with Arde, though. Arde and Shakti I'm good with. So all the ones near the end I was getting good with. So, yeah, because I kind of got Loki down because Loki's a bit of a little bit of a little so a little bit of a little devil. So yeah. So yeah, I'm happy that I got that down. But yeah, let's talk about well, first, now I was gonna say let's talk about, but then I just remembered, let's talk about Freya actually being with other goddesses, like outside, actually having a good time. I mean, it's not like it's never happened, but it's just, it never, we haven't really seen it so much, or as much in you know, present day Auraria. Like, we haven't seen her, like, it's not like we've seen Freya go on like a lunch date or whatever with like Hestia or with Loki, or, you know, I'm trying to think of other gods and goddesses, or like, I don't know, Mayak. I don't know, just like with anyone. We haven't really seen her do that because she's always in Babel and just watching over Aurario, toying with Belle. So it was really interesting to see her actually interacting with other goddesses there, because at least I've never seen that happen as much as it should, really. It's also interesting that we haven't seen Demeter, because we've seen a handful of the goddesses so far. I mean, the only ones that we really haven't seen are Mayak, which I'm really interested in why we haven't seen Mayak yet. I mean, heroic. We heard that you're heroic, man, in this time period, so where are you? Where are you, Mr. Hero? Unless Aaron is actually Mayak, which would be really interesting. But I'm not sure if that'd be a thing. But yeah, Mayak. We haven't seen Mayak. We haven't seen Demeter. Assuming that she's gonna play a part in this, which I hope she does. We don't see a lot of Demeter, except for in Spectacular Labyrinth, and of course, you know, Secret Game. But yeah, we haven't really. It'd be really interesting to see her. I'm trying to think of other people, other gods or goddesses. We obviously saw Ganesha. We saw, let's see, we saw Loki, we saw Astrea, we saw a bunch of people. To say that, I can't really think of anyone else that we saw that was a god / goddess type. So we still got a few. We did get a name drop of Artemis, so that was very exciting. I really wonder if we're gonna see Artemis here. Though I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think that we'd see Artemis here. Because I think she doesn't come, you know, obviously until Arrow of the Orient, but who knows? Maybe she does. Maybe Artemis is alive here. Maybe Artemis came down to Earth around this time, and she wound up being eaten or sacrificing herself to the Dragon Boy that we now have defeated in Arrow of the Orient. But I don't know. It's maybe that's just a thing that happened in Arrow of the Orient and not now. So yeah, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of stuff surrounding that. Maybe it's just a name drop and there's nothing behind it. But I definitely think it'd be really, really interesting if we saw Artemis here. Really, really interesting. I'm trying to think of other people. Like I said, we haven't seen Mayak. Hopefully we'll see Artemis, like I just said. We haven't seen... Oh, that's right, we haven't seen Hephaestus. We haven't seen Hephaestus, we haven't seen Gobinu. Trying to think. I don't really... I wonder if Welf would be here. There's so many people that could and couldn't be here. It's just... We haven't even seen Soma. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of other people coming to mind. Apollo, Ishtar. I mean, we got a name drop on Ishtar, so it's also they mentioned like one day we're gonna go to Ishtar, or one day we're gonna end up going to war with Ishtar. Ha 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 ha! It happened. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff brought up in this episode. A lot of people met. But obviously, what y'all been waiting for is me talking about the main three interesting points of this episode, or characters of this episode, which are question mark, question mark, question mark, or just question mark, question, yeah, it was just question mark, question mark, question mark, and Evilus and Vitox, and we'll be talking about them in just a few seconds, or in just 1 second, so, yeah. Alright, folks, and we're back, so... Vitox, Evilus, and question mark, question mark, question mark. Let's talk about question mark, question mark, question mark first. Actually, no, let's talk about Vitox first. So, Vitox, I'm pretty sure that's not how you say his name, but I think it's instead Vito. Like, Vito. I'm pretty sure it's not Vitox, but, or Vitox, but I'm gonna keep on calling Vitox because... so I've been calling him for this entire series, so I'm just gonna keep on calling him that. If we have to change, like, if somebody does, like, name drop him, like, actually say his name, then we might change it to that, but for right now, we're just keeping it as Vitox. Cause it sounds French to me, like, Vito. But... Anyway, Vitox is back. Higher up of Evilus. One of the higher ups of Evilus. That's interesting to hear, but not surprising to hear. What I also find really surprising and interesting to hear is that he survived this whole thing. He survived this whole dark period of Aurario. Because obviously we see him in Winter Magic Miracle. And obviously there, you know, we meet Noelle, and she is a spirit, and this, and that, and that, and this, and he's a part of Evilus. It's actually, I think, the first time we've ever heard of Evilus at that point. That was, like, really early into the series. That was way before, that was way before a lot of other stuff happened in my life, man. That was... I mean, I'm trying to think. I forget what episode. I forget if it was either the 200s or the 300s that I was when I was doing, when I had my first Christmas with this game. But I want to say it was in the 200s, possibly early 300s. It's either the late 200s or the late 300s, or no, it was either the late 200s or the early 300s that I did, those, the first Christmas, events of Memoria Freese. I'm trying to think while I'm, like, trying to not get a dry throat because I need water. Which I've had with me, but it's just... It is not doing wonders for me, really. Because my throat is still killing me. Anyway, like I was saying, it's been a while since we've seen him. Because if I'm gonna really do the math here, I mean, we started Memoria Freese 2018, May. It's like, what? Let's just say, you know, 30, every month is 30 months, basically. So, let's just say 30, 30, 30. So that's like from May to December which I want to say is when Winter Magic Miracle began, but if we actually look back at the shop, Winter Magic Miracle began... Is that right? The 21st of... so basically around Black Friday. So, yeah, because, yeah, wait, yeah, because the first episode that we did was on Black Friday, so that's like, what is that, May, June, July, August, September, November, so, that's like, what, 6 months? 6 months, and that's like, yeah, 300, that's like 30 episodes a month, so that's like, what, 180, so maybe, yeah, so like, maybe 180, maybe, hold on, 30, so that's, yeah, that's 180, so, maybe actually in the late 100 episodes, or the early 200 episodes, was when we first saw him. So yeah, it's either way, it's been a long time since we've seen Vitox, and we've talked about him a lot, especially Noelle. I wonder if we'll actually see Noelle here, or a recognizable something of Noelle. I think that'd be really stretching it, but I think it'd be really interesting if we saw Noelle here. Maybe she had maybe she has maybe she had like a physical form. I mean, obviously she has a physical form in Winter Magic Miracle, but maybe she had like a physical form in the sense of like she was actually alive once and not just a spirit, like a roaming spirit. And so maybe she was alive once, and maybe she was just captured by Vitox and taken by Evilus. And then obviously she escaped, and this and that. But I don't know. I don't know. So I think that's really interesting. Again, that we saw Vitox. We haven't seen him in a long time. He looks good. We obviously beat him in Winter Magic Miracle. At least I think we did. But still, it's really interesting to see him. It's honestly a huge surprise, especially since he's a higher up at Evilus. Again, I find that surprising, but then again, I don't find it surprising, because he was always powerful. But yeah, it's really cool to see him. It's really nice to see him. And that makes me even more excited about what's to come here. Because it's like we've all been hearing about Evilus and this and that, and now we're back in the past where Evilus roamed or like ruled the world, kind of. And so it's really interesting to see how that'll all play out. Speaking of Evilus, Olivius, let's talk about him. Whoa, it's crazy to see that, you know, Olivius, you know, we killed him in Sword Oratoria, but, you know, it's crazy to see him here again, because we just finished Sword Oratoria, like, twice, and so seeing him again, is kind of crazy, because, you know, he was a big boy, especially with his big puppy dog, or whatever he had. He had something. He had a huge pet. I forgot what his name was. Or what its name was. If we go back here, do we have a name for you? Maybe it was here? Is it here? Prelude to Destruction, Hell in Hell? No, it's not Hell in Hell. Maybe in Rabbit? No, it's not in Rabbit Battle. It's in... Maybe it's before all this? Udeus? Is it Udeus? No, no. Passageway? No, it can't be this. This is before. It has to be before this. Perucranelu. No. It has to be before. Let's be at the beginning. Irregular, maybe? Maybe in Revis? No. No, because this is just on the floor. Oh yeah, we haven't seen Deonsis as well. I forgot about that. A quest. Pantry? I don't know. Hell and Hell. I feel like Hell and Hell. I mean, obviously we see Olivia's here. Huh. Yeah, I forgot what his pet's name was, but I know that he had a pet. But yeah, but we haven't seen him in a while. He looks skinnier than he does. He looks a lot younger. I can't say the same for Vitox. I think Vitox pretty much look the same. But yeah, Olivius definitely looks younger here. But you know, just as crazy. So that's always fun. But yeah, it's good to see him. It was a real nice surprise to also see Olivius here. Just because, you know, it's Olivius. Freaking, he was insane in Sword Art Autoria for a very short time. Which also begs the question, are we gonna see Revis? Which now having skimmed through the Sword Art Autoria levels, I'm actually having a lot more questions now, which I'll get to in a minute, but I just want to quickly finish talking about Olivius and question mark, and, no, yeah, it was just really cool to see Evilus here, or not Evilus, Olivius here, and especially that he is friends with question mark, which is as strong as Otaro? I'm worried. Obviously, Hermes said he was worried, so, I mean, who wouldn't be worried? But yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. That's a hell of a juggernaut there, folks. I mean, as strong as Otaro, I mean, that's just a battle waiting to happen, so you're telling me that... You're telling me that there's two Hulks, man? What the frick? So that's gonna be really interesting to see how that transpires. He has this question mark character as strong as Otaro. Sounds very, very interesting, and especially with like his introduction monologue type thing about what he likes to eat and doesn't like to eat and all that kind of stuff. I think that's interesting. I want to say I know him. I want to say I've seen his character somewhere throughout these 700-something episodes, but I don't think I've seen him before, ever. So yeah, I don't think I've seen him before. I don't think we've seen him before. So again, worrying me, but exciting me as well. But yeah, like I was saying, it brings up a lot more questions now that I've looked through Sword Art Autoria stuff, and I know that I've been asking, like, oh yeah, what's gonna happen with, like, when are we gonna see Mayak, and when are we gonna see, Mayak, and Gobinu, and Hephaestus, and, basically everyone else that we haven't seen. But then I just remembered, when are we gonna see people like, I forgot his name. When are we gonna see people like Lumen? There you go. When are we gonna see people like Lumen and Aina, or Misha, or Amid, if we haven't seen her already? When are we gonna see people like who? I'm trying to think. Like Ishtar, and Mord, and Boars, and, you know, Laveria, and especially Uranos and Fells. When are we gonna see them? How are they gonna be important here? Because we really don't see a lot of Uranos and Fells, and I feel like I've mentioned this very few times throughout this series, but I also feel like I've mentioned it 100 times. Uranos and Fells have just been there. They've always been there, and we've seen Uranos a few times, and we've seen Fells a lot of times, especially in Nightmare Academia, where he was practically one of the main characters. But, you know, as two other characters besides himself, so, or besides herself, I don't know. His gender is very unknown to me, or their gender is very unknown to me, so I really am super interested in seeing Fells and Uranos here. I really, like, if we're seeing, like, basically everybody to the point where we've seen Raoul, which I'm sure that we're just gonna see him that one time, and, you know, Vitox, which, I mean, obviously we're gonna see a lot more of, but, like, if we're gonna see, like, people like that along the way, then I wouldn't be surprised if, like, not that I wouldn't be surprised, but I would be visibly confused if we didn't see, like, a huge part of this event, of this dark period, to include Uranos and Fells. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if, I honestly would be visibly confused if we didn't see a huge thing coming from them, because they're two people that we really don't know much about. And so I think that this is a perfect opportunity to learn a lot more about them than we do now. So it's gonna be really interesting. We're only 8 episodes in to a possibly 200 episode long freaking event, or 200 level long event. So pretty crazy. I'm excited. Again, I kind of need to get into the mood next time with this thing, but yeah, for now, stuff is rising. Stuff is coming up, man. The Great Feud is in 8 days, and stuff is just popping off, folks. I really need. I gotta say, what I might have to do is, I might have to. I mean, I want to take this event slow, but I don't want this event to go, because I was gonna say, like, it's gonna end on the 15th, but it's gonna end, like, in 3 months. So, I mean, I want to say I'm worried, but I'm not worried, but I am worried. My point is that, I was gonna say, like, next episode we're gonna do 8 episodes, or 8 levels, so we can get things moving, but no, I want to keep this at a pace. I want to keep this at a pace. 4 levels an episode. I feel like that's a good portion. Like I said last episode, for this, I feel like that's a good number for me to handle. It's a good number for stuff to happen in. So yeah, lots of stuff happened in this episode. Obviously, I didn't get time to talk about the fact that Ryu's homeland is getting sold somewhere. Evilus is doing trades out of the city. I don't know what they're planning. But all I know is that whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen in 8 days from now. Well, not in real life, but, you know, in the event. So, anyway, folks. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing the continuation of the Zero Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon Season 2, and that'll be fun. And then, of course, after that, we'll do Zero to level up multiple teams. And then, of course, after that, we'll do one of the other 5, 6, 7 mini-series that I have in this series. So, yeah, with that, folks, with that, folks, this has been another episode of Astrea Record, The Rise of Evil. And, yeah, bit of a fun one, bit of a crazy one, bit of an epic one, bit of a something. I want to quickly mention that if you don't already know it, Minecraft 1.16, it's out today. I want to do a series on it. I want to try to do something with it. I'm thinking about not making a new series, but instead continuing an old series. So yeah. I don't know. I wanna actually, watch Recorder and Ranzel right now. Have to do exercise before 4:30, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, we'll just see. Anyway, folks, this has been Yasset. This has been another episode of Astrea Record. It's been really interesting, wacky, and weird one, but I liked it. It's good. We're getting crazier with stuffs here, folks. We're learning the emblems, we're running the roots, and yeah. I don't know why I'm still talking. Arigato gozaimasu for watching another episode of Dungeoning the Alma To Memoria Freese Y3, episode 783. Now, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Arigato gozaimasu for watching. Fucking sayonara, bye!